City Ground, and Borough.
Well, that was absolutely class.
Good evening and welcome along to Dodgers Football Stand for the Carabao Cup third round draw, which will be taking place in about 15-20 minutes time. But thanks very much everyone for joining us so far. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're all doing very well. Obviously, before we get on with the talk about the Carabao Cup third round draw, which takes place a little bit later on, we do, of course, have a penalty shootout though for you. As we were obviously going to be going live at 10, that was inevitable. But we happened to go live at 10 o'clock, which is exactly the time that Newcastle are about to take part in the penalty shootout against Nottingham Forest. We've already seen a few shocks in this tournament. We've just had a brilliant result for Wimbledon and Wickham against Championship and Premier League oppositions tonight. Drop us a like on the stream, everyone. Thank you very much indeed. Get involved in the live chat. Let us know who you want in the draw, what ties you'd like to see in the draw. A reminder, obviously, it's going to be a bit different. So you're not going to have anything like the Manchester Derby because the 6 European sides or the 7 European sides won't be going head to head against each other in this round because they've been separated for different reasons, because obviously the European games clashing with the week of the actual Champions League. We're watching the pens. 1-0 Forest, lovely pen. Good start. We'll give you up to date actually of the penalty shootout. The ball numbers are coming across the bottom. Remind we can't show game or draw footage. It's against the rules, unfortunately. Nothing I can do about that. So sorry, but hard luck. We won't be live on StreamYard tomorrow. We'll be live on OBS tomorrow for the European draws. But we're live on here just for tonight for the Carabao Cup draw. Looks like Alexander Isak's taking the first one. Just want some exciting matches, considering Borough aren't in it. Yeah, if you haven't watched the vlog, please do. I know we got absolutely pulverised, but what can you do? Welcome to Scotty B and Sam Pinder. Thanks so much for joining. Isaac. Lovely pen. Beautiful pen. Lovely pen. So the ball numbers are coming across the bottom. There is a favour and drops I like. So as you'll see at the bottom, which I'll put up here, Arsenal will be number 1, Villa 2, Barnsley 3, Power 4, Blackpool 5, Bolton 6, Brighton 7, Chelsea 8, Coventry 9, Palace 10, Everton 11, Fleetwood 12, Fulham 13, Leicester 14. Yeah, I'm doing the UEFA draws, 15 Leyton Orient, 16 Liverpool, 17 City, 18 United, 19 Preston. Number 20 is QPR. Second pen for Forest here. Is this that Milenkovic guy? Oh, cool as you like. Wednesday 21, Stoke 22, 23 Spurs, Walsall 24, Watford 25, Wimbledon 26, Southampton 27, 28 Brentford, 29 Forest or Newcastle. So whoever wins this, I will change that in a bit. Wickham just won against Swansea, they're number 30, West Ham 31, and Wolves are 32. So the UEFA draws are going to be different. I'll explain them all tomorrow because it's a bit complicated. It's going to be a bit complicated. This draw is going to be interesting as well. The first 6 ties are going to be interesting, but I'll get to that later. Second pen for Newcastle, and it's Joelinton. Can't miss this, you Geordie mug. Yes! Come on. What a save.
Get on.
Come on. Hello, Aidan. He's got the bloody Chelsea Cole Palmer celebrations, it's called. It's not a great pen. Good save, but it's not a pretty poor pen, isn't it? Lovely. The draw tonight's going to be strange. Well, my home team's Borough, mate. We got battered. I'm keeping an eye on United tonight, so this should be good. Same with Liam.
Yeah.
Tonight's draw is going to be strange. The first 6 ties, 3-1. So there is 6-7, 6-7, 6-2. Yeah, you lost 1-0 to Riverside, so at least you can't say you beat us in our own backyard. And 4-3. Yes, in a game that you didn't deserve to win. So that's all I'm going to say there. Yeah, 3 penalties, mate. That's all I'm going to say. You had 12 men on the field. What was I going to say? God, that Chelsea fan put me off.
The jaw.
Go on, miss this, Bruno. Yeah.
You're on about the jaw.
Yeah, I'll get to it in a moment. Come on, Bruno, miss this. What a good pen that is. This poor Chelsea fan's going to be getting slaughtered in the live chat now. Look, the beat Borough fair and square. I don't think United's defeat was pretty fair and square, but what can you do? Anyway, that's in the past. There you go. They were the best. I mean, there were some of the best games last season. They were brilliant. Man City 4-4, 4-3 United was some game, actually. Just a shame the referee was appalling. So the draw is going to be interesting. I want to use it at the Riverside again. What? Yeah, for us to do it again, probably. I don't know. You won't get us anyway, mate, because we got knocked out. Maybe next season. I don't know. Ah, for goodness sake! That's a shocking pen. You lost 5-0 to Stoke. I know it's poor. Yeah, well, we've led a lot of youngsters, mate. So what do you expect? It's all a learning curve for some of the youngsters. But it also shows that our squad depth isn't outstanding either. What was I going to say? Yeah, so the draw tonight's going to be very strange. There's going to be 2 pots tonight. It's going to be very different because obviously the third round ties are on the same weeks as the UEFA, Europa League and Champions League ties. Obviously, Chelsea play in the Conference League. That doesn't... Chelsea doesn't matter because Chelsea don't play until I think the Conference League game's like October or something like that. Like end of September, October, something like that. So the Conference League isn't going to interfere. Conference League. Oh, goodness me. Did you want to open it any louder? The Conference League's not going to make a difference to the Carabao Cup draw. The Europa League and Champions League is. The pot, there's going to be 2 pots. Pot 1's going to consist of all the teams that are in Europe. So United, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Aston Villa, Tottenham Hotspurs. I think it's just the 6 teams, isn't it? So Chelsea won't be in that pot because their Conference League games don't interfere with the Carabao Cup. So that's going to be pot 1. The first 6 games are going to be those 6 sides coming up against teams from the second pot, which will consist of all the teams that have qualified through round 2 and also including Chelsea, because obviously the Conference League doesn't make a difference. So although the ball numbers are there to watch out for... that's Newcastle led in through then, because Avani has just sent that ball to Derby. Oh, for goodness sake. just gifting it to Newcastle.
Hang on, let me just
give Newcastle the win. Just give Newcastle a win. That's poor. He's done an Alanga against Borough. Yeah, he has, hasn't he? So thanks to those that have joined us so far. Hope you all well. Yeah, we did get knocked out. We got battered by Stoke. It was pretty poor by us, to be honest with you. But what can you do? Get out, you Geordie morons.
Ginger mug.
Lucky. Honestly, can't stand the Geordies. So Newcastle are through. Damn it! So although the ball numbers are correct, I've got them off the EFL website, so they are the correct numbers. But it is going to be a strange draw tonight. So the first 6 ties will be the European sides going up against 6 teams in the other pot. So Manchester United will come up against a team that are in the other pot, which could potentially end up being Manchester United versus Chelsea.
Yeah.
So we could have Chelsea. I don't know what order. Apparently, there's been a pre-draw before this Newcastle game that decides which teams from pot 1 are going to be at home and which teams from pot 1 are going to be away. So I don't know what the outcome of that is, whether United are going to have a home tie or not. Newcastle have just advanced to the next round.
United rarely get home ties. We're going to be away.
Well, it depends. They did some sort of pre-draw apparently, and I don't know what it is. So I don't know what I want. Newcastle, Bolton, Palace, or Watford. You'll only get one team. You're not going to play all 4 of them, are you? No, I don't know. I think it'll be interesting to see who gets who. I mean, for United, can we do what we did the other season? Win the cup. I mean, we won the FA Cup last season, didn't we? But the Carabao Cup last season, we got battered by Newcastle. So let's hope we don't get them again. Otherwise, that's going to be fun. There was meant to be a pre-draw. Well, apparently, there was meant to be a pre-draw. But I don't have anything about it. Carabao Cup draw was on. Let's have a look. Oh, that was 2017. Oh dear. No, that's not what I wanted. Definitely not what I wanted. So Carabao Cup pre-draw, which was meant to take place before the match. Right, Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, etc. will learn their 3rd round fate. Chelsea side will be apart from. Yeah, we know that. So what do we know? What's what? Because the 3rd round draw will take place after the shootout. Yeah, we know that. Thank you very much for stating the bloody obvious. There we go. Pre-draw, which will include. So this is the final ball numbers. Blah 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 blah. Pre-draw. Pre-draw's already got under it. So this is the pre-draw. 4 of the European teams will be at home. The other 2 will be away. So 4 of the European teams will be at home, 2 of them will be away. But with regards to which ones, we don't know. So we don't know which one. 4. So 4 of the teams are going to be at home. We don't know who's going to be away.
United's away. Guarantee it.
It'll be. I reckon it'll be United and probably Spurs. It'll be away.
Yeah, probably. No luck. Never getting home tie.
Our knee penalty got lost in the Forest. To be honest with you, mate, it went to Derby. Palace is number 10. Welcome to the Palace fan. Scotty B, just watched Newcastle. What number are they? So I'll go for the ball numbers again. United away to Chelsea or Spurs. We won't get Spurs because Spurs are in the first pot because of the Europa League. But I think the only European team that isn't in it isn't in that first pot is Chelsea. So United could get Chelsea, but they won't get Spurs. And we won't get City or Arsenal, etc. So it's going to be interesting how it works, actually. It's in the trend. About 30 people in the stream. Thank you everyone for joining us so far. Let's have a look at the ball numbers very, very quickly. They are coming across the bottom, but I will do a full one through once it's all done. In the meantime, Newcastle have just advanced to the next round. They won on penalties, but also on penalties tonight, Wimbledon knocked out Premier League Ipswich tonight in penalty shootout as well. So well done to them indeed. Now let's have a look. Let's have a run through of the numbers in full when it comes up. Come on. Okay, ball numbers then in full. Number 1 is Arsenal. Number 2, Aston Villa. Number 3, Barnsley. Number 4, Barrow. Number 5, Blackpool. 6, Bolton Wanderers. 7, Brighton and Hove Albion. 8, Chelsea. 9, Coventry City. 10 is Crystal Palace. 11 is Everton. 12 is Fleetwood Town. 13, Fulham. 14, Leicester City. 15, Leyton Orient. 16, Liverpool. 17, Manchester City. 18, Manchester United. 19, Preston North End. Number 20, Queen's Park Rangers. They won on penalties against Luton. 21, Sheffield Wednesday. 22, Stoke City. 23, Tottenham Hotspurs. 24, Walsall. 25, Watford. 26, AFC Wimbledon. 27, Southampton. 28 is Brentford. 29, Newcastle United. Number 30, Wycombe Wanderers. 31, West Ham United. And number 32, Wolverhampton Wanderers. So those numbers will be coming across the bottom for anyone who's missed it. So you'll be able to keep an eye on the numbers you're looking for. Let me know, obviously, which team you're looking out for. Obviously, I know that... Stuart in the chat, he has just put come on Babbo, so he was looking out for Babbo. Aiden obviously be looking out for Chelsea. Apologies if I totally butcher this name. Oladime Nuruddin. Oladime Nuruddin. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry if I butchered it. But yeah. No, I gave it a go. Arsenal to face West Ham, he thinks. That'll be a tasty tie, wouldn't it? Scotty B obviously be looking for Newcastle for his mate, and also he'll want to know who Norwich would have got, but they got battered by Palace, and obviously his busy joke put Palace are number 10. Jimmy in the live chat is a Coventry fan. Yep, he commented on my vlog the other day. Thanks for watching the channel. And I mean, if you look above us awake, it would be Tech Coventry. I want Newcastle. Oh, Chelsea, Newcastle again. Beat them on penalties, please. That would be brilliant. Yeah, that would be really good. So, we know all the draw numbers. The draw's going to get underway hopefully in the next couple of minutes. It is going to be a bit of a strange draw. The first 6 ties are going to feature the European sides, apart from Chelsea, because obviously Chelsea's Conference League games won't clash with the Carabao Cup games. The Carabao Cup games are meant to take place week commencing the 16th and week commencing the 23rd of September. It's to avoid European games clashing as well. So what will happen is, I think the Champions League gets underway on the 16th, 17th and 18th, doesn't it? So the 17th and 18th will feature the likes of Manchester United and teams in the Europa League. The Europa League starts the week after, so the Champions League teams will be the week after. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be an absolute mess, but we'll get there. We'll get there anyway. Didn't they do a draw at the City Ground last season as well? I don't know. I'm glad you remember me. Yeah, thanks. Newcastle to wind up me, mate. Yeah, fair enough. Then let us know, anyone else in the live chat, which team you're looking out for. Obviously, we're looking out for United, of course. What time's the draw? It should be. Well, it was supposed to be 10:15. But obviously, it's gone to penalties, so it's obviously going to be a bit longer. I reckon it'll be on by 10:30, hopefully. I'm hoping it won't be too long. But in the meantime, the draw numbers are at the bottom. And some of the ties in the third round, if we have a quick run through some of the third round ties, obviously, and some of the games that took place today, who for you, Liam, would you say was probably the biggest shock of round 3?
Probably tonight's one, Wimbledon beating Ipswich. Because, to be honest, you'd expect it.
League 2 against Premier League, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see, I think some of the bigger sides, obviously Ipswich just going up. Ipswich will have just gone up, obviously, to the Premier League.
Yeah.
I think Ipswich will probably be I think they were probably more concerned about the league than anything else. What team did they start out with? Oh, to be honest with you, mate, well, there was quite a few. There was a lot of first team players, but there was some
exactly. It's a bit embarrassing.
First teamers, are they? I think, to be honest, I think they'll be more concerned about trying to stay up in the league. To be honest with you,
at least
I want Coventry to get United and get revenge after the semi-finals. Yeah,
at least they can concentrate on getting relegated.
Non-United probably would. Katie Dykes put, "Are you got?" Cover robbed in that match. You could say the same about the bloody handball. That wasn't great. The goal wasn't offside. Well, VAR's VAR. That was in the past. We didn't. I mean, we did win the finals. We beat City, but in fairness, we deserved to win that final because we were the better side. Yeah, I would agree. Wimbledon obviously getting themselves through to the next round on penalties is obviously probably the biggest shock. Definitely biggest shocker tonight. There was a few surprising results last night. Barnsley knocking out United, of course. Blackpool beating Blackburn. Fleetwood knocking out Rotherham, which I don't think a lot of people were expecting.
Rotherham,
yeah, I don't think many people were expecting it, though. QPR knocked out Luton as well. That was on penalties. Leyton Orient knocked out Millwall as well. Walsall beating Huddersfield. That's a surprise for you as well. So there's a few surprising results. And obviously, we don't mention the 5-0 for Stoke or the 2-0 for Watford. Anyone will beat United. To be honest, with our defence, probably, yeah. Imagine Coventry, European tour alongside the Championship, especially with extra games in Europe. Well, to be honest with you, mate, it's happened before with Wigan Athletic, didn't it? I mean, they got relegated. I think they got relegated in the 2013 season, didn't they? They got relegated in 2013, and they won the FA Cup against Manchester City. Sure we all remember that. Pretty sure we all remember. I mean, it was 11 years ago, but I'm pretty sure we'll all remember because it was one of the greatest achievements in FA Cup history. New name on the trophy, Wigan Athletic, and who was it? Who was the one who scored it? Who scored it in the last minute? I can't remember who scored the last minute winner actually. Yeah, it was pretty amazing, wasn't it? Birmingham have done it as well. Yeah, they did it in 2011, didn't they?
Anyone will beat United. Say the Chelsea fan. Celtic.
Well, mate, to be honest with you, mate, it's 2024, and you know what United are like defensively, a bit all over the shop.
That's why I just
especially from set pieces. Middlesbrough still in because Stoke cheat. You sound like my bloody girlfriend. Well, my fiance. My fiance always says, so and so cheats, all the goals offside. They didn't cheat at all. We were just shit. Sorry for language, but we were awful. We couldn't cope defensively in the second half. We were absolutely appalling. United will get back. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Wigan got relegated when they won the cup. Yep. Can Arsenal face Chelsea? Yes, they can. Birmingham played Club Brugge, and I bet they got beat because Club Brugge are a pretty difficult side to beat. They're not an easy side to beat. Ben Watson, thank you. And I knew it was Ben somebody, and I couldn't remember what his second name was. I'm glad you reminded me. Thank you. Yes, that was some achievement, that wasn't it? So there you go. Last year's winners, I think, were Liverpool. Liverpool won it last year, didn't they? The Carabao Cup. Was it Liverpool last season that won the Carabao? I'm sure it was. Yeah, because it was Liverpool-Chelsea final. We got battered by Chelsea. Birmingham were the only English team to have beat Club Brugge. Fair.
Wow.
Oh, in Bruges? Well, that's not bad, is it? That's not a bad... Well, I didn't actually know that. I totally forgot Birmingham were in Europe. Because, they won the 2011. They won this competition in 2011, didn't they? So that was when they beat Arsenal. Sorry to any Arsenal fans out there, but it was amusing. But it was quite astonishing, wasn't it? Anyways, we're going to carry on. I remember screaming Watson when he scored. I think everyone, to be honest with you, I remember watching the final. Well, I couldn't remember who scored, but I did watch the final. I've watched the FA Cup finals for many years. And I remember watching that 2013 final. And when they scored, I just went, oh my God. I think it was just, obviously Wigan fans will have been delighted. I think everyone who hates City will have been delighted. But I think everyone else, for everyone, it was just pure shock. I don't think anyone expected anything like that to happen, especially against Manchester City. They'd, they did just lose the title to Man United, as well as losing the FA Cup. So they didn't have a good season, but they were actually at the time when they played the FA Cup. So I think the FA Cup final was the FA Cup final before or after the Premier League finished? I think it was after, wasn't it? So I think it was after I think it was after that, wasn't it? So yeah. So I think at the time, City had just lost a title to United. They were the former champions, obviously. They were. It was literally a case of it was a massive underdog story. What the hell have you knocked? It was a massive underdog story. So it's brilliant. You've got to say well done to Wigan for doing it, and it was probably one of the most memorable finals. It wasn't one of the most exciting finals, but it was one of the most memorable ones for that reason. City going to get the easy draws until the final. Yeah, wouldn't be surprised about that. My name's Charlie. I was at the game last night. Thanks for joining us. But no, they didn't cheat. They didn't cheat. They just absolutely tore us apart. And we didn't know. We just didn't know how to defend. Got a defensive coach who doesn't know what defending means because we can't do defending whatsoever. City won't because we'll beat them. Well, you have to get them in the draw first, mate. When does it start? Well, I'm hoping it'll start in the next few minutes. They're currently just talking about the penalty shootout, and that penalty went to Derby. Goodness me, that was lousy. What's going on? You're really dropping everything tonight.
I can't find my lead anywhere.
What lead?
For this.
Well, where?
He saw it on the table. Your mum saying
Where did you have it? Where did you have it last?
It was downstairs.
Well, why haven't you looked downstairs? Then?
I have, but just can't see it anywhere.
Oh dear. But I was just talking to my fiance there, by the way. Thoughts on this book?
Obviously.
Line. Once upon a time, Massimo Maccaboni, Mark Viduka, Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank, Yakubu. Brilliant. It was a brilliant attacking, a brilliant attacking team for both. That wasn't it? Really good. Newcastle, Samuel Newcastle. Who did City beat? Who beat City in the cup in this cup last year? Was it Newcastle? Was it Newcastle who knocked out Man City? I thought it was West Ham.
I think it was West Ham.
I can't remember. Last season. I know Newcastle battered United 3-0. I knew that. And then they got knocked out to Chelsea on pens. And then Chelsea got... Can you stop dropping everything tonight? Chelsea got... Chelsea dropped. Chelsea got both in the semi-finals. I know that, but I can't remember who... Yeah, it may have been Man City. I could have sworn it was... I could have sworn it was West Ham. I can't remember, actually. I can't remember. It's 10:30. I'm tired. I just want to get the draw over and done with. 2004 team was almost world class. I don't go in anyone says. West Ham beat Arsenal. Newcastle beat both Manchester clubs. Did they? Well, or was it the 20? Well, it was definitely one of the. It was one of the recent campaigns where West Ham beat them. What match are you going to next? For Borough, I won't be at Borough till Stoke again, which will be towards the end of September. So there you go. I won't be at the next home game as I'm down south. I want Preston versus Blackpool. Of course you do, because it's a Lancashire derby and you're only 20 minutes from each other. Of course you do. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll tell you what, I would. I'd find it funny if it ended up being the what I like to... No, I won't be going to Hartlepool on Saturday. No, I've got things going on Saturday. I've got the Borough game on Sky anyway. I'd find it amusing, by the way, if we ended up with the Blackpool Tram Derby, as I call it. Fleetwood versus Blackpool, because you literally just get the tram to the stadium, pretty much. So it would be quite amusing if that did happen, but whether it happens, I don't know. We'll see what happens. They're just showing the silver goal. It's a good finish, actually, that, isn't it? Watford versus Man United, cleverly against United. Well, I will say that would be cleverly done.
Could Lewis Hall have got to the ball quicker, thrown his whole body? There was one in the half where Alex Moreno does it for Nottingham.
Cleverly done.
Shut up.
He's not biting.
In that position,
Not funny. Yeah, well, it wasn't meant to be funny. It was just a bloody one of my terrible puns. So. Just one of my terrible puns. That. Who do you want to win it? Just. Who do you want to win it? Obviously United, but I don't know who do I think is actually going to win it. I have no idea. Did Plymouth get through because Rooney could return to Old Trafford? No, they got beat to Watford. Are you a Sky Sports man?
No.
I wish. I wish for the amount of money they get paid. That won't happen, I don't think. Yeah, Joe should be starting the next few minutes. Looks like they're going for the advert break, and then they're going to go on to the draw. Yep, lovely. Okay, they're going to do the draw next by looks of it. Happy days. Good.
Yay.
They're going for a quick break. Let's have a quick run through of tonight's results, of course, before we get on with the draw tonight. Obviously, in the Carabao Cup, we know that Wolves beat Burnley by 2-0. Goals scored by Gonzalo Guedes. And anyway, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they're the first goals he scored this season, because he hasn't started for Wolves this season after coming back from Villarreal. So he hasn't started yet. That's his first start, and he's got himself 2 goals tonight against Burnley. Ipswich, as we know, was a class game, 2-2. Ipswich took the lead through their 22-year-old striker, Ali Al-Hamadi. Then the equaliser came from Wimbledon from Omar Bougiel. And then in the second half, Matthew Stevens' goal was cancelled out in the 86th minute by Connor Chaplin. And then on penalties, it ended 4-2 to Wimbledon.
Good.
Cardiff versus Southampton ended 3-5, which was really good
3-5.
game.
Just say 5-3.
Are you going Stoke versus Borough?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, for the home game, yes. EFL Cup, Liverpool, and FA Cup, Chelsea. Fairs. Has it been cancelled? No, they're going to get on with the draw once they've gone for the advert break. That's what they're doing. UEFA might be corrupt, but at least they don't take 4 years to start the draws. Yeah, well done. Brilliant. Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I was going to say. Great game at the Cardiff City Stadium. Southampton coming away with a win. Matheus Fernandes got them underway with a goal in the first 10 minutes. Cancelled out by an equaliser from Ruben Colwill after 21. And, well, Cardiff were only in the game for literally 9 minutes. Samuel Ameyao, got himself a goal in the 30th minute. Own goal from Wani Edwards made it 2-2. Caminaccia, former Borough man, got himself on the score sheet tonight. Alex Robertson got the third goal for Cardiff to make it 3 apiece. And then in the last minutes, James Breet and Caminaccia finished the job.
Well in cheese.
Brentford beat Colchester only by 1-0 tonight, but at the end of the day, the draw. At the end of the day, you only need the 3 points. I said the 3 points. At the end of the day, you only need the win. Keane Lewis Potter with the winning goal. Jack Payne. One player. Jack Payne missed a penalty for Colchester. That was a shame.
What a plonker.
Yeah. Swansea lost by 1-0 against Wickham. Richard Corney with his first goal No, sorry, he's second goal season. Yeah, he's second goal the season for Wickham. They scraped through by a goal to nil. West Ham scraped through against Bournemouth. They won by a goal to nil as well, thanks to Jared Bowen in the 88th minute. And then we just seen that Newcastle took the lead through Joe Relic after about 20 seconds. Cancelled out by a 50th minute equaliser from Jota Silva. That's not plugged in because the laptop's in. That fan is, I think. Yeah. Just put it on one for the minute because I don't want it to be too loud in the background. Went to penalties and Taiwo Awoniyi sent his penalty to Derby. And Newcastle went through the end by 2-1 on penalties. Let's have a look at some of the other comments. It's been boring now. Yeah, well, it's unfortunately I'm trying to sort of keep the stream going at the moment whilst we're waiting for the bloody draw, because the draw takes 10 hours to do. The only cup Chelsea are winning is the WSL. Aren't there 7 rounds in the Carabao Cup? Possibly, yeah, I think so. Well, once this round's done, you got the 4th round, which is round 16s, and then it's quarterfinal, semi-finals, final. And the semi-finals are still over 2 legs as well. I'd like Barrow, fair enough, yes, fairs. UCL City, UEL Bilbao, and UECL Chelsea. Bilbao, that's a brave shout.
No.
That's a brave shout, isn't it? I don't see it, personally, in your dreams. Leverkusen then passing the quarter-final. I think they'll struggle, but I don't see why they can't get into the knockout, at least. Leverkusen for Champions League. They'll do all right. The new draw format is bullshit. Yep, it is, to be honest with you. Why is it taking so long? Tell me about it. Right, so this is... there was a pre-draw earlier on. This is what's getting explained at the moment. There was a pre-draw that took place today. 4 of the European sides are going to be home. 2 of them are going to be away. That's already been told. But with regards to which European sides, we don't know. So I don't know what's going to happen. So we're just going to have to really go with the flow. It is now time, though, for the Carabao Cup 3rd round draw to get underway after about 37 minutes of ruffling. Pass it here, I'll sort it.
From 9 o'clock, you just need to report it.
2 of the first 6. They will be Chelsea, who are in the Conference League, are just in the bowl with everybody else because the Conference League matches start a little bit later on.
Don't even know how they're going to do them. English football's finished, yeah. Grim wait for the new UEFA draws. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Is it all done by AI? No, not this. The Champions League one's mainly going to be AI. It's going to be very strange. Now, we're going to get underway. I don't know what's going to happen here.
Manchester City, Manchester United and Tottenham. The bowl in front of Les has all the other teams in it. So for the first 4 ties, the European teams are going to be at home. And you're
right. So the first 4 times, we're going to have first 4 ties will be European sides at home. So we're going to have the European sides drawn first for the first 4 ties. This is going to be so strange. Why don't you just leave things simple? Why don't they keep things simple? So the first European side that is going to be at home is number 16, which is Liverpool.
Oh, yeah.
So Liverpool are the first European side to be at home. Their opponents are number 31, which is West Ham United. So they do not have an easy tie. They haven't got an easy tie. Scousers are through to Anfield. Just because they're at Anfield doesn't mean they're going to go through, because West Ham is not an easy team to come up against. They're not an easy side. So Liverpool, West Ham to start with.
Oh, yeah.
17th, Man City.
Yeah.
Man City will get Fleetwood. Man City are getting 25, which is Watford. Oh, you would have got City. Plymouth would have got Manchester City. Oh, dear. That's going to be that's a pain in the backside for them.
Number 1.
Number 1, Arsenal. United are going to be the final team out, you know. Arsenal's at home. They're against 6, and that's Bolton.
Wanderers. So Arsenal will be at home.
We're going to get a hard tie here. Come on, Watford. Yeah, I don't see Watford doing much there.
Number 18.
Manchester United are at home.
Manchester United.
United are at home, and they will be playing number 3, and that is Barnsley. Thank you.
Good, thank you.
Good.
To Barnsley, who knocked out.
At least it's not a bloody Premier League club. I tell you what, though, Barnsley will bring about 9,000, won't they? There'll be about 9,000 taken there. Man United got an easy draw, mate. No draw's easy for United when it's United. They don't always do well at home. So Wickham will be at home to one of the European sides. But which side will Wickham be playing?
Number 2.
It is Aston Villa.
Unai Emery will be taking Aston Villa.
So Aston Villa will travel to Wickham. Wickham taking on Aston Villa. It's decent. Isn't 9,000 less than their home attendance? I don't know, but they'll get around that anyway. And Coventry will be taking on the final European side, which will be, I would assume, Tottenham Hotspurs.
Right. The 23.
Yep. Oh, I'll tell you what. Good luck to Coventry, because that is going to be a difficult tie.
Spurs will win that.
That's that bit done.
I don't know. I fancy
Yeah, of course they will.
Right, yeah. Coventry versus Spurs. Now we're on to the normal draw. All the European sides are done. Now we're on to the rest of the draw. Number 24 is Walsall. They'll be at home in the third round. They were at home yesterday, and they won by 3-2. Walsall will be at home to number 14, and that is Leicester City. That's a great tie. Really good tie for Walsall. A home tie against Premier League opposition, Leicester City. And that is West Midlands versus East Midlands, by the way. Brentford, Premier League side, Brentford have a home tie. And Brentford will be playing against Leyton Orient. And that is another London clash. Walsall play Leicester in the Cup, isn't it? I don't know if they did or not. Blackpool, go on, give them Fleetwood. This would be amazing. Come on, let's have the tram derby. Oh, it's not. Blackpool get Sheffield Wednesday. That's gonna be a hard tie for Blackpool. That, goodness me, it's a hard tie for them. Number 19, Preston North End. Oh, they'll be good because they wanted that Preston fan wanted Blackpool, didn't he?
That's right.
Preston are taking on Fulham. Oh, Fulham with another away tie to another Northern club. Number 11, Everton are at home again. They beat Doncaster by 3-0 in the last round. And Everton face number 27. That's Southampton. Oh, dear. That's an all Premier League clash, ladies and gents. That's bound to be televised because it's all Prem.
Number 20.
There you go. Number 20, that's Queen's Park Rangers. Birmingham is Southern. Well, they're not really. They're northwest, but for some reason in the northern and southern sections are classed as southern. QPR play Crystal Palace. Bye! Bye-bye. Yeah, QPR, we're going to get beat to Palace there. Number 22, this is Stoke. This would have been Middlesbrough at home if they'd have actually played better. And they'd have got Fleetwood. Oh, that's gutting, because that would have
What a shame.
I would have got Ben Knappman as well. Oh, that's a shame, but never mind. Stoke against Fleetwood. That's going to be a tough tie for Fleetwood, isn't it? I fancy Stoke will win, not to be honest. Brighton will be at home again to Wolverhampton Wanderers. That's going to be a good tie. Another Premier League tie. That's a hard one to call, isn't it? And the next tie.
Number 26.
I don't know. I think that'll be a hard one. 26, AFC Wimbledon. They just knocked out Ipswich. They've got another home tie. They play 29. So Wimbledon play Newcastle United. Oh, what a tie for Wimbledon, that is. What a tie for Wimbledon. That is brilliant.
Who did Banter Club get?
And Chelsea will be at home.
Oh, yeah. Of course they are.
To Barrow.
Oh, Barrow. Oh, my God.
That's Chelsea into the next round. I tell you what, by the way, brilliant tie for Barrow. That's a cracking tie for Barrow, away to a European side.
Fantastic.
Well, there you go. Bit of a complicated draw, but it's finally done. There we go.
Who did Banter Club get?
It's a great opportunity for the two.
Bolton.
Oh my God! Is that home or away?
Mate, you can't complain. United got Barnsley. These are the ties in full. Starting off, Liverpool taking on West Ham
Oh,
United.
they're at home as well. Yeah.
Manchester City will take on Watford. Arsenal will be at home to Bolton Wanderers. Manchester United will be at home to Barnsley. Wickham will be at home to Aston Villa. Coventry will be at home to Tottenham Hotspurs. Walsall play Leicester City. Brentford take on Leyton Orient. And these are all ties to be played week commencing 16th September and the 23rd of September due to Europa League and Champions League games. Blackpool take on Sheffield Wednesday. Preston North End will be playing against Fulham. Everton take on Southampton. Queen's Park Rangers taking on Crystal Palace. Stoke City's win at Borough means they are at home to Fleetwood. Brighton and Hove Albion will be taking on Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wimbledon take on Newcastle United. And Chelsea are at home to Barrow. So, that's the draw in full, ladies and gentlemen. And, get this more. Why not? Yeah, turn him off. Bye-bye. See you later. Get off. Bye. I'm not listening to him. Thank you. Now then, who are you talking to? The stream. Who do you think I'm talking to? Barnsley at home, Liam? Could have been worse. No, bye!
Huh?
Bye!
No, I didn't do anything.
You disappeared. You just went off. I don't know what happened. But as I was saying, Barnsley at home in the third round could have been so much worse, couldn't it, really, to be honest?
Yeah, it could have been worse, but we should battle them, really.
Well, as we've seen in these cup games, you can't take teams lightly. I mean, just look at Ipswich. They underestimated Wimbledon and they lost. Southampton sort of underestimated Cardiff, but they ended up winning in the end late on. Some interesting ties, a few Premier League ties. Liverpool, West Ham, that's an interesting one. Bolton, that's a great tie for Bolton, by the way, off to Arsenal. Wickham at home to Aston Villa, which will be a tasty game for them. Coventry Spurs will be interesting. The games will be taking place week commencing the 16th and the 23rd. Now, do we know what week the Europa League starts? Because I assume the Europa League will start after the Champions League. Let's have a look. Europa League scheduled. Let's have a look here. So, Europa League. So the first... Right, match day number 1 is the 25th and the 26th of September, which means that Manchester United will be playing on either the 17th or the 18th of September. So the Champions League gets underway. Oh, please don't put Bayern and United on the same night. So that's going to be interesting then. So Manchester United will play on the first week of cup fixtures, and then the second week of fixtures we will have Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, and Aston Villa. They'll all be playing in the second week. So from the 23rd, they'll be playing the 23rd. We commence in the 23rd, so that'll be 24th and 25th of September because the Champions League matches are the week before, and then Europa League starts that week. So it's going to be a bit confusing, but that's that really. So. Interesting ties. Who did Stoke get? Well, it would have been Borough, but we didn't turn up. Stoke got Fleetwood at home. So some decent ties there. Which ties for you would you say are probably the pick of the bunch?
I'm trying to remember the ties.
No, there isn't a team called
I'm trying to remember the ties now. Probably Wimbledon, Newcastle stands out.
That'll be a tasty one.
Yeah.
I think Brighton Wolves is going to be a difficult clash. Liverpool West Ham will definitely be televised, without a doubt. I think also, by the way, I think that Coventry Spurs game is going to be tasty, and that'll be very interesting. And say best of luck to Cov. I'll be looking forward to seeing how these games go. Actually, there's some good ties, so hopefully we see some good games in round 3. Obviously, the games won't take place until that's gonna be it from us tonight. Thank you very much indeed to everyone who's tuned in so far. 750. Oh my God. We've had, that's a very good time. Of course, Fleetwood. Yes. I'd have taken it because it would have been a game that realistically should be winning, but you'll probably beat them. Thank you to those that have tuned in. 700 odd views for a draw. It's pretty good. I'm back live tomorrow afternoon not tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. And it said tomorrow evening. Tomorrow evening from 5, I think it's meant to start about 5, isn't it? So 5.
I want to start at 5, mate. It's had like a mug otherwise.
No, because that's what time the draw's supposed to start. 5 o'clock till 6:15 on TNT. So I'll be live tomorrow from 5 o'clock with the UEFA Champions League group stage draw. So make sure you tune in for that. That's going to be a strange draw. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but we'll see how it goes. Best luck to all the teams taking part in round 3 of the Carabao Cup, apart from Barnsley, because we want Barnsley to get BT United, and also Newcastle. We don't like Newcastle.
No, that's you. That's not me.
Of course. Take care, everyone. Thank you very much for joining us, and I'll see you all tomorrow for the UEFA Champions League draw. Bye.
Bye. Baldy.